It has almost been a year since we had the last big proper event or showcase from PlayStation, so it has been a while since we got some actual new announcements and trailers, but this is all about to change this Thursday, September 9th. Sony is having a big stream that a lot of gamers are anticipating. It's going to be 40 minutes long, and I quote now, "It will include updates from PlayStation Studios and some of the industry's most imaginative developers for games releasing this holiday and beyond." So in today's video we are going to focus on what we can expect from the big PlayStation event. Hello gamers from around the world, this is Archimedes, the video game enthusiast from Germany, with a prediction video for the Sony Showcase on September 9th. And I know, I have put out a lot of Xbox content recently, but I'm also a PlayStation 5 owner and I love video games on all platforms. And that's why today, even though I mainly focus on Xbox on my channel, we have a PlayStation focused video and talk about some expectations for the showcase. But before we dive into the event, you should treat yourself and set your player to full 4K 60 FPS to get the best audiovisual experience I can deliver to you. And while you're at it, please also consider to hit the like and subscribe button and maybe even turn on the notification bell to not miss out on future content, cause in case you enjoy yourself while watching this video, I would greatly appreciate your support. Okay, but now I want to start this video with some general thoughts on the event before I go out and put some predictions for actual games that might be shown out there. Sony has been very silent when it comes to bigger gaming showcases. They have skipped E3 and Gamescom and they have not put out a dedicated PlayStation showcase in a year. Yes, we had the State of Plays where they focused on some of the games that come out, but those were mainly centered around indie games or dedicated to one already announced game that was about to release. But this time we can expect something different. They said that they will focus on games coming out this year and beyond. The showcase will be 40 minutes long and that means they don't have the actual time to put lengthy gameplay sections into the show. So I don't expect like a 10 or 15 minutes of gameplay for any of the games coming. This will probably be more a trailer after trailer showcase. But what Sony usually does really well is implementing gameplay segments into their trailers and announcements. Very early on in 2020, they have shown gameplay for games like Demon's Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales, or even the now delayed Gran Turismo. Those smaller vertical slices where they just put together a small part of the game and show it off with gameplay is what Sony Studios have been known for, and I expect them to show their games with some of these vertical slices. But what games are they actually going to show? Well, there are a lot of rumors out there. We've seen statements like from the former God of War creator David Jaffe that people are going to lose their freaking minds. Without him going into specifics, this is the way how the event gets hyped up. So let's talk about what could they actually show that would blow people's mind, and I think everyone is anticipating here God of War. Let's be real, that game has such a big name, and for good reason, because it is awesome, that their showcase would be considered a success if they would only show off God of War Ragnarok in action. Now, how big are the chances that they actually show gameplay for God of War? Well, usually, like I said before, Sony is very good in making these vertical slices and show the game off in an early stage with gameplay. The thing about these vertical slices really is that they take a lot of time out of the actual development process. And with the pandemic still going on and hitting Sony Studios just as hard as everyone else, development time is very valuable. So let me be frank here, I expect them to tease God of War again, but I don't know if we will see actual gameplay. Maybe we see these little snippets of like 5 or 10 seconds here or there edited together in a trailer. But let's be real here, that is all it needs to get the excitement up, to get a brief idea how good the game will actually look on the PlayStation 5. Well, and then I think we also have a safe bet in Horizon Forbidden West making another appearance. The game was pushed out of 2021 to release in February 2022 now, and since they said that they will focus on games this year and beyond, this is one of the Beyond games. They already have shown the game with a good chunk of gameplay in action, and that's why I also think that this time we don't get like 10 or 15 minutes straight gameplay, but a well-edited trailer that maybe tells us a little bit more about the story. But I do expect the trailer to be in engine. But whatever it is, I'm super pumped for that game and I can't wait to see more. And then we have Gran Turismo. That game was already shown off last year, was originally scheduled to launch early this year, and then it got pushed back to 2022. Since we have seen the game already in action, I think it is a safe bet to assume that Gran Turismo will make another appearance. It will look awesome, and I even could see them announce a release window for maybe summer next year. You could also say that it might be a fall 2022 game, because that's when everyone is expecting the next Forza Motorsport game on the Xbox, and so the next gen Gran Turismo could go head to head with Forza Motorsport. Now, they said also that they will focus on games that are coming out this year, and we know about the lineup for this fall. The main game is probably Deathloop, and that game will only come out 1 week after the showcase on September 14th. Kinda funny to think that Microsoft is publishing this PlayStation exclusive, but it's a timed exclusive and it will come out next year on the Xbox as well. However, I think they will show off that game with a good kind of gameplay segment and a story trailer. I also assume that they will show off Ghostwire Tokyo again with another trailer. It's also an Xbox game now that is a timed exclusive that was originally supposed to come out this year, but got delayed to next year, and I think we will see here only a trailer, not continued gameplay. So all these things are more or less safe bets. Now what about some surprises? Well, there has always been the question about the next Hideo Kojima game. Xbox fans of course believe the rumors that the next Kojima game will be an Xbox game, and others say that like with Death Stranding, the next game will be a PlayStation game. My bet is that we will have to wait a little longer to find out what Kojima will be working on next. He will be present at the showcase with the Death Stranding Director's Cut. Now let's continue to a game that I'm actually a little bit more excited about than the next Kojima game, and that is the next Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 16. Sony has announced that game as a PlayStation exclusive in 2020. It still remains uncertain if that's a timed exclusive or a definitive one, but Sony seems to be really good in making Final Fantasy games exclusive. The Final Fantasy 7 remake, for instance, is still not available on Xbox or PC. Nevertheless, I'm excited to learn more about the new Final Fantasy because I have that itch again where I just want to dive into the magical world of Final Fantasy, and what they have shown so far from 16 looks really promising. And speaking of Square Enix games, I could also see them bring up Forspoken in that showcase again. That game has also been announced as a timed exclusive for the PlayStation, and we have not seen much of it yet. Smaller snippets of gameplay, yes, but apparently the game is due to next year, so I could see them show off that game with another development episode like the last time. Okay, and I want to close off my predictions with something daring, and that is a Naughty Dog announcement. I don't expect a full reveal of a game. It will be the same teaser that we got last year for God of War with a logo, and I do hope that we will find out how they are going to continue the Uncharted series. So my prediction is that we will see a logo, maybe a concept art for the next Uncharted game, because we all know that Sony is not afraid to tease games very early in development. But with that I want to wrap it up. 40 minutes is not really a long showcase, so either they will actually only focus on 1 or 2 or 3 games and give extended gameplay demos for those 2 or 3 games, or this will be a trailer-packed show. I think it will be a trailer-packed show, because that is how Sony can actually make a couple of announcements. Deep dives into respective games would take up too much time, and Sony has actually a lot to announce. As of today, we only know about 3 PlayStation first-party games coming to the console. When you compare that to the 21 first-party games that we know of on the Xbox side, there's quite a delta in announced games, and Sony has spoken about how many games there are in development. Apparently more than 20 are in the works, and so it's time for them to show some of those games off and what they have been working on. I'm really looking forward to the event on Thursday, and we are finally getting a little bit of competition to Xbox in terms of announcements and get gamers excited for some PlayStation games. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can now become a channel member and get early access to my videos and custom made badges and emojis. And let me thank everyone who supports this channel in any kind of way. You guys are awesome and make this channel to what it is. And now let me know in the comments down below, what do you expect to see on Thursday at the Sony Showcase? Which games are you excited for? And besides here on YouTube, you can also hit me up on Twitter, where I share a lot of opinions and gaming discussions. But for now, thank you very much for watching, I see you the next time, and game on!